And the finish is then something like, looking down the road here, it looks to be about 400 yards from the corner to the finishing line. And unlike most stages of the Tour de France, the riders know this finish. They've been passing through it 8 times already today.
Big organisation now from the Panasonic team, still chasing that victory. You see Mark Sargent at the front there. In 3rd position behind him is Olaf Ludwig.
And they've put Abdujaparov in something of a box here. He's gone 3, 6, 7 men down. He's freed himself. He's now lined up into 5th place. That's a good position for the man with his power sprint. As they line up for the finish now, the Panasonics, Bucklers and Carreras look like fighting out the finish here now. And as they start now, Jan Shaw on the right, on the far left of our picture is Abdujaparov. See how much room they give him, because once his elbows start working, Olaf Ludwig takes him on nicely. Oh, and he's gone! Abdujaparov has gone and taken out, Shaw has gone down with him as well, as the stage has been won there by, I think it was Dmitry Konishev, who crossed the line in 1st place. And you know, I'll have to wait and see what happened there, but it looked to me as though Abdujaparov caused the crash himself and went down by himself, Paul.
He actually touched one of the barriers at the side of the road, I think there. He was trying to come up the inside and he just couldn't control it and he went down. But let's not forget, he's still got to cross the line.
He still has to cross the line. That is the rule of the Tour de France, to be the winner of this race on points. There is the winner of the stage. 2nd stage for Dmitry Konishev. Well, I'm sure that Abdujaparov did not do anything other than, as Paul Sherwin said, he hit the feet of the barriers. And Paul, as we were coming to the finish there, I said to you how dangerous the feet of the barriers are.
Well, they're very difficult, especially when the riders are coming up here at 35, 40 miles an hour. They stick out and all you need is to make one slight move to the left and there you are in the barriers. I think that may be what has lost the race for Olaf Ludwig as well, because that little bit of a panic when Abdujaparov went down, as we got the replay here, you see, he's coming up the inside there on the left-hand side of the road, comes out slightly. It's not yet the start of the time we're going to have the crash there. On his right-hand shoulder is Olaf Ludwig. He comes across here now, he's not looking where he's going, and he touches one of the Coca-Cola bottles at the side of the road. He's down. And that's how the crash happened.
Surely his fault. He put his head down to continue the sprint. He moved off his line, and that's what he does every time. He's not a straight sprinter. He hit those Coca-Cola bottles, and he lost the stage, certainly, as Konishev has won it today. But the question is now, can Djamolidine Abdujaparov cross the line? And everybody here hopes he can. Let's have a look at that sprint once again. That's Shaw in the centre in the black jersey. Ludwig is the far right. Now it's just about now where Abdujaparov, looking as though he may have been beaten here by the former East German sprinter Olaf Ludwig. He puts his head down, goes to the barriers, looks up too late, hits the barriers. His bike brings down Jan Shaw, and then behind Jan Shaw, one of the other Gatorade boys hits the deck as well. Well, there you can now see the face and the blood of Djamolidine Abdujaparov, quite clearly stunned. It was a very nasty fall indeed, and what a sad end to the Tour de France too, because this rider has brought so much colour to it, but he is such an erratic sprinter, and I can say that a lot of cyclists here will say it was only to be expected.
Well, let's begin with the stage result of the final stage of the Tour de France. The 5th win for the Soviet rider, Dmitry Konishev getting his 2nd stage win of the Tour de France. Olaf Ludwig 2nd, Henri Abadi 3rd, Henrik Verdant 4th, and Phil Anderson in 5th place. But the story today is about Djamolidine Abdujaparov, the rider who came up towards the finish. He looked certain to win the stage and put his head down and collided with the Coca-Cola bottles, and this, I think, is probably the worst crash I've ever seen in a sprint in a stage of the Tour de France. As all of the riders go into the back of Djamolidine Abdujaparov, the little Soviet sprinter is left lying in the road. Blood coming from his face, he's clearly dazed. The rules of the Tour de France say you must cross the line to claim your prize. And so, helped by a number of people while the police kept the crowd back, Djamolidine Abdujaparov ends his Tour de France very dazed, but he does end his Tour de France before going into the Aspro wagon. He will now keep that green jersey, the first Soviet rider ever to win it in a Tour de France.